The loss of Phil Hogan as European Commissioner for Trade represents a massive blow to Michel Barnier, with big implications for Brexit, a former top diplomat has said. Ray Bassett was speaking after Mairead McGuinness was today confirmed as Mr Hogan's replacement as Ireland's Commissioner, but Ireland has lost the trade portfolio which Mr Hogan held until he was forced to resign last month. Former Latvian Prime Minister Valdis Dombrovskis has now been confirmed in the post, with Mrs McGuinness taking over his old job as the bloc's finance chief. And Mr Bassett, Ireland's former ambassador to Canada, Jamaica and the Bahamas, said the Irish government, led by Taoiseach Michael Martin and his predecessor Leo Varadkar, only had themselves to blame for loss. Mr Bassett told Express, "This government is one of the worst I have witnessed in Dublin. They don't seem to think their actions out fully." Already Barnier has said that he will miss having Hogan's advice. Privately I imagine Barnier's wants more flexibility and would have relied on Hogan pushing that line inside the Commission. Considering the standoff between the UK and the EU, with Boris Johnson yesterday setting a deadline of October 15, Mr Bassett said, "We are now in a game of chicken, each side waiting for the other to blink." The demotion of Irish influence in Brussels is not a good thing for those wanting to get the EU to move off its undeliverable demands. McGuinness, who has never held any ministerial post, will simply not carry Hogan's clout. Mr Hogan was forced to quit after details of his attendance of a social function at a golf club in the west of Ireland emerged this month. The event, which featured roughly 80 guests, represented a breach of coronavirus restrictions banning indoor gatherings of more than 80 people. His position became untenable after both Mr Martin and Mr Varadkar called for him to resign.